Hello everyone, I welcome you all for the Web Technologies class. Today let us discuss on files and directories in PHP, that is file handling. So before we start that, let us understand the file types and permissions. So file types that affect how information is stored in files and retrieved from them, whereas file permissions determine the actions that a specific user can and cannot perform on a file. So these are the difference between file type and file permission. Now based on this, let us go through the file types. We have two different files in PHP. One is binary file, the other one is text file. Binary file is sequence of characters of bytes for which PHP attaches no special meaning. So it is just determined by application that reads or writes to the file. Whereas for text file we have printable characters and some set of control or formatting characters, and usually it is text files translate the end of line character sequences such as carriage return, new line, etc. So let us go through them. That is tab, horizontal tab can be written as /t, vertical tab by /p, form feed by /f. Likewise, we can use them, and we have respective control characters, that is decimal value and hexadecimal values for the same. So, and moreover, different operating systems use different escape sequences to identify the end of line. For example, /n is the sequence to end of line on Unix or Linux operating system, whereas /n and /r sequence can be used for Windows operating system. /r sequence can be used as end of line for Mac operating system. So working with the file permissions, we have three levels of access for files and directories: user level, group level, and others. Similarly, three kind of permission for files and directories are available: read access, write access, and execute. These are the permissions we have. So regarding the permissions, they are calculated using 4-digit octal value, and these encode 3 bits per digit, which matches 3 permission bit levels. So the first digit is always 0, and to assign more than one value to an access level, we can add the values of the permissions together. So this, like this we can make it. Then chmod function is used to change the permissions or mode of a file or directory. So it contains file name as well as the mode, access mode. The file name is the name of the file to change, and mode is an integer specifying the permission for the file. And files perms function is used to read permissions associated with the file. This will take one argument and return an integer bitmap of the permission associated with the file. So permissions can be extracted using the arithmetic modulus operator with an octal value of 01000. See, the doc opt function converts the decimal value to an octal value. There are few other functions that are available with the directories. Close directory to close the directory handle. Open directory to will open a handle to the specified directory. Rewind directory will rewind to the beginning of the redirect the pointer to the beginning of the directory. Scan directly will return an indexed array containing the name of the file and directories in the specified directory. So like this we can use. So reading directories, in this if you see, the open directory function is used to iterate through entries in the directory. A handle is a special type of variable that PHP used to represent a resource such as file or directory. So the read directory function returns the file and directory names of an open directory. The directory pointer will be the special type of variable which is referred to currently selected record in the directory listing. So based on that, we can have few more functions. So it includes set of directory functions to deal with the operations like listing directory contents, creating, open, delete, specify directory, etc. So the basic functions are make directory to make new directory, open directory to open a directory, and read directory is to read directory after opening it. Close directory will with resource ID will be returned while opening, and rmdir is used to remove the directory. Scan directory will return the names of the entries in a directory to an array sorted in ascending alphabetical order. So this is the syntax for make directory. So if we give the path, it will be created there. So make directory function and its usage are like it accepts 4 arguments as specified. Among them, the first argument is mandatory, whereas the remaining set of arguments are optional. So the directory path, by specifying either relative or absolute path, a new directory will be created in such location. Otherwise, it will return an error indicating that there is no such locations. Next is the mode. This parameter accepts octal values in which the accessibility of newly created directory depends on. And third field is recursive, which is a flag and having values either true or false that allow or refuse to create nested directories further. And the last fourth parameter is the context. As similar we have with PHP unlink function, we can have a stream for specifying the protocols here. So this function will return Boolean data that is true on successful execution, otherwise false will be returned. So this directories can also be listed by using the open directory and read directory as a two-step process. That is, first we need to open the directory, then reading content to be listed one by one using the PHP loop. These are the functions used to determine whether a file directory exists. All these are testing functions. That is, it will return the status of a function. This is our for file. So, open directory function is used to perform this step. It has 2 arguments. One is compulsory for specifying the path of the directory, and the other is optional, which is expecting stream context if any. So, unlike PHP make directory returning Boolean value, this function open directory will return resource data like fopen or mysql query, etc. After receiving the resource identifier returned by this function, we can progress with the subsequent steps to read or rewind or close our required directory with reference to this resource ID. Otherwise, PHP error will occur. So with the reading directory content, we can upload and download the contents. This will recursively call until the directory handle reaches the end of the directory. Here we need to specify the resource ID returned while invoking the open directory, which is indicated as directory handle, and it will also return string data on each iteration of the loop, and the string will be the name of each item stored in the directory with its corresponding extension. So web applications allows visitors to upload files from their location to local computer, and the files are uploaded and downloaded as simple text files or more complex files or any other format. To select the file, we need to upload through XHTML using post method, and an attribute type in the opening form tag must have a multi-part form data which will instruct to have a regular date form of data or any content. The file input creates the browse button so that we can navigate through and appropriate file can be uploaded for searching. And this max file size will have an hidden form field that specifies the maximum number of bytes that are allowed to upload. To retrieve the file, we have to use this files array elements, which contains all the temporary location of the file contents. So these are the various possibilities. To store the uploaded data, we can use either public or private access depending on whether they should be immediately available or verified first. So public files are freely available to anyone visiting the website, whereas private files are only available to authorized visitors. The move upload file function moves the uploaded file from its temporary location to permanent destination. So this function returns true if it is moved successfully, or false if the move fails. Regarding downloading files, files in the public directory structure can be downloaded with XHTML hyperlink. Files outside the public XHTML directory require three-step process. That is, it has to tell the script which file to download, and we have to provide the appropriate headers, and then we have to send the file. The header function is used to return the header information to the web browser. So the file content will contain these headers will contain these kind of messages, that is description, content type, disposition, transfer encoding and content length. So two basic functions are required for writing to the text file. One is file put content and fwrite, which incrementally writes data to the text file, and put content will append text data to our existing file. So files are opened in PHP using fopen command, and the first command takes two parameters, that is the file to be opened and the mode in which to open the file. The function returns a file pointer if successful, otherwise 0, that is false, will be returned. So files are opened with fopen for reading or writing. If fopen is unable to open the file, it returns null. That is, this can be used to exit the function with an appropriate message. So there are this is how a file can be written. A variable assigned by a value. If no data has been to return to the file, and it will return 0. If it is successful, the data will be stored in the file. So coming to the modes, read, write, write only, read write mode, append mode, and read append. These are the possibilities. So mainly the fwrite function is used to write to a string or a part of the string to the file. This function takes three parameters: the file handle, string to write, and the number of bytes to write. If the number of bytes is omitted, the whole string is returned to the file. So if you want the lines to appear on separate lines in the file, then we can use /n character. So the windows require a carriage return character as well as a new line character. If you are using Windows, terminate the string with the /r or /n as we discussed in the previous slide. So to read the file, you can read the files opened in R, R plus, W plus and A plus modes. So the FOEF function is used to determine if the end of file is true. So the FOEF function can be used in a while loop to read from the file until the end of file is encountered. A line at a time can be read with the fgets function. So fclose function is used to close a file when you are finished with it. So the fgets function will get the entire contents of a file to the string. So the read file function will display the contents of a text file to the web browser. So this file function reads the entire contents of a file in an indexed array. This is an example of a file, and to read the content in that. So the output, this is the respective output. So to open and close file, a stream is a channel used for accessing resource that we can use to read and write. So output stream will have fopen, fclose, etc. And write or read operations can be done with the various modes. So as we discussed, this handle and file pointer are important. They represent the resource such as file open function and currently selected line of characters. So these are the possibilities, access modes. So here, when we give the pointers with read mode and when we specify the bytes, only the content in those index or the positions will be read to the user. Append mode will add the content to the end of the file. So fclose is mainly used to close a file and with this file stream to save space in memory. So we can ensure that file doesn't keep taking up space in computer's memory and allow other processes to read and write from the file. So fwrite will always return the number of bytes that were written to the file. If no data was written to the file, the function returns a zero value. Locking files. To prevent multiple users from modifying a file, we can use this flock function so that we can maintain validity. So PHP supports a portable way of locking complete files in an advisory way. So which means that accessing programs have to use the same way of locking or it will not work. So if there is a possibility that more than one process could write to a file at the same time, then the file should be locked. So to do this, flock operates on FP, which must be an open file pointer. So the operation can be in one of these possibly. That is to acquire a shared lock, that is reader. The reader can set the operation to lock underscore sh. To acquire an exclusive lock, writer can set the operation to lock underscore ex. So to release a lock, shared or exclusive manner, the operation can be set to lock underscore un. If you don't want to lock or block while locking, then we can use lock underscore nb or lock underscore sh or lock underscore ex. So when obtaining a lock, the process may block. So if the file is already locked, it will wait until it gets the lock to continue execution. Flock allows us to perform a simple reader or writer model which can be used on virtually every platform, including the Unix derivatives or even Windows. So flock returns true on success and false on error. So reading the data incrementally, we can use fopen and fclose. As we have seen the previous table, each time when we call these functions, the file pointer automatically moves to the next line, and each time when we call fgetC function, the file pointer moves to the next character in the file. So already we discussed about the files and directories. Now the other operations that we can perform are copying, moving, renaming and deleting the files and directories. So copy function is used to copy a file and this will return true if it is successful or false. So it will have the source and destination, and from destination it will be from source the data will be stored to the destination. We just need to include the name of the file to make a copy and also the entire path for each argument. So the bold letters will indicate how it is copied from one place to other. So rename function can be used to rename a file or directory with PHP and it returns a value of true if it is successful or false if it is not. So rename function can be, the syntax for the rename function is old name and then new name. The unlink function is used to delete the files and remove directory is used to delete the directories. So we have to just pass the name of the file for which we are planning to delete. Similarly for the directory, so both are same. Unlink and remove directory does the same function and it returns true if successful and false if it is not possible. So file exist determines whether a file or a directory is existing in our function in our data or not.